Have you ever wondered how deer jerky is made? This savory, protein-rich snack has been a favorite among outdoor enthusiasts and meat lovers for centuries. Originating from ancient preservation techniques, deer jerky has evolved into a popular commercial product, with millions of units sold worldwide each year. In this video, we will walk you through every step of the production process, from sourcing the raw meat to the final packaging and distribution. The journey of deer jerky begins with the careful selection of high-quality venison. Most commercial producers work closely with licensed hunters and game farms to obtain their meat. These partnerships ensure a steady supply of ethically sourced venison, while supporting local economies and wildlife management efforts. Interestingly, some producers even use venison from wild deer culled as part of population control programs, turning a necessary wildlife management task into a delicious snack. Once harvested, the venison is quickly processed to maintain its freshness. This typically involves field dressing the deer, which is the removal of internal organs, followed by proper cooling of the carcass. The meat is then transported to processing facilities in refrigerated vehicles, maintaining a temperature below 4 degrees Celsius to prevent bacterial growth. Upon arrival at the production facility, each batch of venison undergoes a rigorous inspection. Trained quality control specialists examine the meat for any signs of disease, contamination, or poor quality. They look for proper color, texture, and aroma, rejecting any pieces that don't meet strict standards. This meticulous process ensures that only the finest cuts make it into the production line. On average, about 5 to 10% of incoming venison is rejected during this initial inspection. The accepted venison then moves on to the cleaning and preparation stage. Workers carefully trim away any excess fat, sinew, or silver skin from the venison. This step is crucial as excess fat can lead to rancidity in the final product, while tough connective tissues can make the jerky difficult to chew. The meat is then cut into uniform strips, typically about 6 millimeters thick. This consistency is important for even drying later in the process. If you're enjoying this video, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. The cutting process is often done by skilled butchers using sharp, specialized knives. However, larger operations may use automated slicing machines that can process hundreds of kilograms of venison per hour. These machines use high-pressure water jets or rotating blades to cut the venison into perfectly uniform strips. Once trimmed and cut, the venison strips are thoroughly washed in cold, potable water. This washing process removes any remaining blood or debris and helps to reduce the risk of bacterial contamination. Some producers use a mild vinegar solution during this step, which not only aids in cleaning but also helps to tenderize the flesh slightly. After washing, the meat strips are placed on sanitized racks to drain excess water. These racks are typically made of food-grade stainless steel and are designed to allow for maximum air circulation. The draining process usually takes about 30 minutes to an hour, depending on the ambient temperature and humidity. Now comes the flavoring stage, where the deer jerky truly begins to take shape. The meat strips are marinated in a carefully crafted blend of spices, salt, and other ingredients. While each producer has their secret recipe, common ingredients include soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, black pepper, garlic powder, and brown sugar. Some artisanal producers even experiment with unique flavors like maple bourbon or ghost pepper for adventurous snackers. The marination process typically lasts between 6 to 24 hours, depending on the recipe and desired flavor intensity. During this time, the meat is kept in large, food-grade containers in refrigerated rooms to prevent bacterial growth. The containers are periodically rotated to ensure even distribution of the marinade. It's worth noting that some producers use vacuum tumblers for marination, which can reduce marination time to as little as 30 minutes while ensuring thorough flavor penetration. Vacuum tumblers are fascinating pieces of equipment. They work by creating a vacuum environment, which opens up the meat's cell structure, allowing the marinade to penetrate more deeply and quickly. The tumbling action ensures that every piece of venison is evenly coated with the marinade. Some high-end tumblers can process up to 500 kilograms of meat in a single batch. After marination, the flavored meat strips move on to the crucial drying stage. This is where the magic happens, transforming the raw venison into the chewy, shelf-stable snack we know as jerky. The drying process typically takes place in large, industrial dehydrators. These machines are essentially giant ovens with powerful fans that circulate hot, dry air around the venison. The venison strips are carefully arranged on food-grade trays or racks, ensuring that each piece has adequate space for air circulation. These trays are then loaded into the dehydrators. The drying process is a delicate balance of time, temperature, and humidity. Most producers dry their meat at temperatures between 55 to 65 degrees Celsius for 6 to 12 hours. However, the exact time and temperature can vary based on the thickness of the venison, the desired final texture, and the specific recipe being used. Modern dehydrators are marvels of engineering, capable of precisely controlling temperature and humidity levels. Many are equipped with computerized control systems that can adjust conditions in real time based on sensors placed throughout the drying chamber. This ensures consistent results batch after batch. During the drying process, the moisture content of the meat is reduced from about 75% to less than 20%. This significant reduction in moisture is what gives dry meat its characteristic chewy texture and long shelf life. It's a fascinating transformation to witness. As the venison dries, it darkens in color and shrinks considerably in size. It takes about 1.5 to 2 kilograms of raw venison to produce just half a kilogram of finished jerky. Throughout the drying process, quality control technicians regularly check the meat's progress. They're looking for the perfect balance of dryness and chewiness. Over-dried jerky can be too brittle and lose flavor, while under-dried jerky may not be shelf-stable and could pose food safety risks. These technicians use both visual inspections and specialized moisture meters to ensure each batch meets the exact specifications. Once the meat has reached the ideal level of dryness, it's removed from the dehydrators and allowed to cool to room temperature. This cooling period is important as it allows any remaining moisture to redistribute evenly throughout the product, ensuring consistent texture and flavor. The cooling process typically takes about an hour and is often done in temperature-controlled rooms to prevent any condensation from forming on the jerky. After cooling, the jerky undergoes another round of quality control checks. Technicians inspect each piece for proper color, texture, and aroma. They also conduct random sampling for laboratory testing, checking for things like moisture content, water activity, a measure of microbial stability, and the presence of any potential contaminants. Now that the dry meat has passed all quality checks, it moves on to the packaging stage. This step is crucial for maintaining the product's freshness and extending its shelf life. Most commercial producers use high-speed packaging machines that can process thousands of units per hour. These machines typically use a combination of nitrogen flushing and vacuum sealing to remove oxygen from the package, which helps prevent oxidation and bacterial growth. The packaging material itself is carefully chosen to provide a barrier against moisture and oxygen. Many producers use multi-layer plastic films that include oxygen and moisture barriers. Some even include a layer of metallized film for extra protection against light, which can cause the jerky to lose color and flavor over time. During the packaging process, each unit is also weighed to ensure it meets the advertised weight. Any underweight packages are automatically rejected and sent for reprocessing. The packages are then marked with lot numbers and expiration dates, allowing for easy traceability in case of any quality issues. After passing the final inspection, the packaged jerky is boxed and prepared for distribution. The boxes are typically stacked on pallets and moved to a warehouse area. Here, the temperature and humidity are carefully controlled to maintain the product's quality during storage. Most facilities aim to keep the storage area at a constant temperature of around 20 degrees Celsius with a relative humidity of about 50%. The distribution process varies depending on the size of the producer and their market reach. Smaller, artisanal producers might sell directly to consumers through farmers' markets or online stores. Larger commercial producers often work with distributors who handle the logistics of getting the product to retailers across the country or even internationally. During transportation, maintaining the jerky's quality is paramount. While the product doesn't require refrigeration, it's important to keep it away from extreme temperatures and humidity. Most distributors use temperature-controlled trucks to transport the meat, ensuring it stays at an optimal temperature throughout its journey. These trucks are equipped with sophisticated monitoring systems that track temperature and humidity levels in real time, alerting drivers to any deviations from the ideal conditions. Once the jerky reaches its final destination, be it a supermarket shelf, a convenience store, or a customer's doorstep, it's ready to be enjoyed. Thanks to its low moisture content and protective packaging, properly produced deer jerky can have a shelf life of up to 1 year, although many connoisseurs would argue it's best enjoyed much sooner. The industry has seen significant growth in recent years, with the global meat snacks market, which includes jerky, expected to reach $25 billion by 2025. This growth is driven by increasing consumer demand for high-protein, low-carb snacks, as well as a growing interest in unique and exotic meat products. In conclusion, the production of deer jerky is a fascinating blend of tradition and technology. From the careful sourcing of venison to the precise control of drying conditions, every step in the process is crucial to creating a high-quality product. As the industry continues to grow and evolve, we can expect to see even more innovations in how this beloved snack is made, while still maintaining the core principles that have made it a favorite for generations. If you enjoyed learning about how deer jerky is made, don't forget to like the video, comment below, and make sure you subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content on food production.